Hello and welcome back to Down the Track. It's been an incredible 24 hours for Indian cricket. I would first like to hold my ears and apologize to this Indian cricket team because yesterday I said that there's only two results possible. One's a draw and two is an Australian win. I would like to completely sincerely apologize because this is the character of this Indian team. They never gave up and they were absolutely incredible. This is the kind of performance that you expect, that you don't expect from anyone, let alone this Indian team. I mean, the character, the grit, the determination, absolutely incredible. Rishabh Pant, what a guy! Shubman Gill, what a guy! Wow, I'm so like I'm talking so much, but I'm still at the same time I feel speechless because of the performance. I just didn't expect this one coming at all. Your thoughts, Musti?
Simple chase, bro. As easy as you can get. No nerves at all. It was just like walk in the park. It was like batting on a flat 1 KD wicket. I knew. I told you like 2 months ago that it's going to be easy. I'm joking. I never, ever thought India would win this. Maximum I thought from this game would be a draw, and I was hoping for some rain. To be very honest with you, the whole day I was hoping for rain. But it just like it turned out to be a blessing that there was no rain. Like we just saw an incredible test match, and for India, I think the best result you can ever think of. I've never seen a test match like this. I've never seen an Indian team fight like this. I've never seen a test series win like this, going till the last day away from home. I think this has just been unbelievable. And from Shubman Gill down to Rishabh Pant, everyone contributed with the bat. Cheteshwar Pujara, man. This guy is no less than a UFC fighter. He isn't. The blows he got on the body with that cricket ball, 150 kilometers per hour. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Bro, he needs to go in the cage next.
It's unbelievable. I mean, I've been telling you this about Pujara for a long time.
Yeah,
That
I
is a
agree. I
need.
agree.
That is kind of, he's just, everyone bats around him. He's the guy who takes all the. He really wore those bowlers out, and that's, you could see in the end they were tired, and that's when Rishabh Pant was able to capitalize and really go for the kill in the end. And with couple of overs left to spare, they were able to get this monumental victory. I mean, words are not enough to kind of explain the kind of feeling that a lot of us are going through. No one expected. It's just like the kind of situation they were in from 36 all out in the first test match, losing Virat Kohli, and from there on, kind of losing players. Big game players, all the tough, almost every eight of our first team players weren't available, and every test match we kept losing players. Only Pujara and Rahane have played all four test matches, which is a testament to the kind of bench strength that they've had and the kind of guys who stepped up and absolutely put on a show and one for the history books.
This was actually a movie. You don't even need to add any drama. If you want to make a movie out of this, you don't even need to add drama. Just tell it how it is, and it's a movie. From like you said, from 36 all out, from that debacle to your captain and best batsman going back home, to all your players getting injured, playing basically a second string bowling lineup, a second string team, because that's facts. Like there's no disrespect to anybody, but that's your fact. You wouldn't
Yeah,
have gone with this 11 if everyone was fit, right?
absolutely.
So these are all facts, and then you lose it. For me, the main thing is you lost the toss 3 times.
Yeah,
You lost, and the toss is a big thing. You don't understand. In Sydney, it wasn't an easy pitch. Yes, in the end, they said it didn't break down as much and whatever, but still, it wasn't an easy pitch. This pitch was absolutely, there was a crack down the middle.
yeah,
There's a crack down the middle. To survive on this pitch, let alone win the game, chase 300. It's so difficult. People were saying 140, they should chase it easily last session, but it's completely different. It's not a one-day game. It's not a flat wicket in Sharjah. This is like there's a crack down the middle. It's
yeah.
up and down. You have the best bowling lineup in the world currently bowling, and to not even survive to win the game. I think the way Rishabh Pant counter-attacked Washington Sundar, I give him a lot of credit because
Yeah.
without him, Pant wouldn't have got that confidence. They both attacked and killed the game. I think that period from 40 runs needed to 10 runs needed, that period was like a 5-10 minute window where
Yeah.
they just killed the game with
Yeah,
boundaries.
absolutely. This is just incredible batting. I mean, Rishabh Pant, he was so selective. He it is almost a chanceless innings, except for that one chance where when Payne wasn't able to collect when he went down the track to Lyon, and he wasn't able to connect. I mean, he didn't probably expect that kind of a onslaught from Pant. But apart from that, I don't think there was a chance that he gave and they dropped or anything of the sort. I mean, he was very timid in his shot selection in the first few. first 100 balls of his innings, and then he just let loose and he was able to win, get the victory out. But he was incredible. I would also like to apologize to Rishabh Pant. I've been critical of him in the past, and you know this about him. But he has now, I think, finally put the wicketkeeper debate to bed. I think he has shown that he, with his batting alone, he can absolutely take the game away from any opposition, and his wicket keeping will only improve. So
Yeah,
just
he
give him the confidence to keep going.
he definitely needs to work on his keeping, but I've always been a Rishabh Pant fan as a batsman. Wicket
Yeah,
keeping, he does need to improve. There's still mistakes. It's still going to cost you if you don't improve it, right?
yeah,
Like, because especially away from home, you need your keeper to be solid. So he needs to improve that, and he will. I think taking this confidence, he will work on it. But in terms of batting, man, this guy is unbelievable. Like, this was no less than Adam Gilchrist kind of innings. Like, I'm not comparing the two, but I'm
yeah,
just saying, look at that counter attack. This is what Gilchrist should do for Australia. Come like 4 or 5 down and play this kind of innings. And as the games are going on, he's showing more control in his shots.
yeah.
You
Absolutely.
can call him mature, immature. You can say he's aggressive and everything, but there is more control now. He knows what he's doing. He will get out. Like, he plays high risk cricket. He will
Yeah,
get out.
yeah,
But when he gets going, he's playing high risk cricket, but it's controlled for him. Like, it looks like, oh man, when are you gonna get out? This all his shots, like playing the sweep, playing the what do you call it? The big shot, playing the pull shot, playing the cut. These are all like, it's planned. It's not that he's not swinging blindly.
yeah,
It's like a proper controlled kind of shot selection. So I think just unbelievable. And I honestly, well, like, I never said anything to anybody, but when he was batting, I said, look, if this guy stays, India will win, but I don't know if he'll stay, because it was
yeah,
an up and down wicket. So for me, I wasn't sure. I thought he might get out because it was a very difficult wicket to bat on. Like, they made it look easy in the end, but you saw as well, last 2 3 wickets went over, and everyone was like, oh, what's going to
yeah,
happen?
yeah,
When
yeah.
there's like 6 7 runs needed, so it wasn't an easy wicket. So credit to him, man. It was unbelievable.
Yep. I think one of the other youngsters who's really stepped up was Shubman Gill. Unfortunate not to get a century.
Yeah,
He
man.
got in the 90s, but again, a beautiful innings. Some of the shots that he played was so sumptuous. It was just so nice to see. Like, the talent is there, and if he can just continue to play the way he is, man, he's gonna be a legend.
Oh my God, man. This is like the feeling I got when Virat Kohli came into the Indian team. That's the
Yeah,
feeling I got. Unbelievable. And this is not his spot. He's a middle order batsman, Shubman
yeah,
Gill.
yeah,
He batted one down in the under 19 World Cup for India. So to come open the batting, which is not your position, and to play like that, the confidence he's showing against the best bowling lineup in the world is just insane, man. The shot selection was a thing, and just a pure confidence. And his shots were just amazing to watch. But also, again, like, his defense was strong. People were trying to highlight a weakness here and there, but right now I don't see that much weakness. Of course, he's going to get beaten. You're facing Cummins in your first Test series. Like, you're going to get out, but I think he'd be gutted not to get his 100. But still, it's a valuable. He set up the game for India.
yeah,
He allowed the likes of Rishabh Pant to come and like go for the win. If he wasn't there batting with Pujara, maybe India wouldn't have been at that position at lunch. So I think all credit to him. He took on Mitchell Stark. I think he took him out of the attack. Like, he just deflated Stark, and it was just really. And they're all controlled shots. The short ball as well. Yes, he did get tempted. There was a field over there, but he still looked in complete control of his innings.
yep. I agree 100%. And we already touched upon Cheteshwar Pujara, but the less said about him, the more said about him, the less it is. It seems, the guy was just such a rock, such a rock. He was like a fortress. He just wasn't willing to give up, and he took so many blows, and even then, he stood up over there. He was just very, very. He didn't flinch except for that one time when his finger got hurt, which is a very painful blow. Apart from that, he didn't even flinch. He was looking right back at the Australian bowlers when they were trying to like egg him on, but he was just so calm, and just what an innings, what an innings.
For me, I would go back and keep watching this, because I have to admit, I was very critical of him. I felt that he should rotate the strike. I still feel that, but at the same time, I can't say anything now about him. I think I was every time he got hit on the thing, I felt even like more proud. I'm like, yo, come on! It was like, it felt like he was hitting a 4 or 6
Yeah,
when he was getting it. He was standing there for the team. He was making sure he didn't lose his wicket. If he didn't play those 200 balls, India could have got all out earlier, right? Or even finished the game earlier,
yeah,
depending on Rishabh Pant's mood. But those balls that he consumed, you have to understand. Not, I mean, now I understand that. I didn't understand it before. Like you've always said, he's tired down the Australian attack. That's
Yeah.
why they couldn't come at full tilt with the second new ball. They picked up wickets here and there, but they went at full tilt because Cheteshwar Pujara tired them. He took out their
He
legs.
yeah
So
he played he by himself played about 35 overs. That's
35
significant.
overs.
Yeah,
Yeah, he sapped the
significant.
energy. And
Yeah,
for any bowler, the most deflating thing is when you're running and then talk, the guy just defends, or like, he
just
it's
let it go.
plain, he lets
Let
it
go.
go. Like, it's so deflating. And he took out that energy and he set up the game as like, in his own way. Just unbelievable. I think, yes, it helps when the other players are more aggressive around him. That's what suits him. But at the same time, I think, despite getting out to really good deliveries, despite, like, not scoring a century this series, his contribution is invaluable. And in this game in particular, day 5, I can vouch that his contribution allowed India to go for the win in the end.
Absolutely. Hats off to my man Puji.
Yeah.
Finally, touching up on Ajinkya Rahane, uh, that century took to in the second test match, and then just the kind of leadership and the kind of calm, composed nature that he showed. Even after the victory, we didn't see him smile or anything of the sort. Just a very composed, clapping his hands and going in, hugging his teammates and everything. He was just so that kind of an aggression, that kind of maturity to see in captaincy. It's something that that those are kind of qualities leaders are made of, and that he completely proved it. And that gesture in the end to show for Nathan Lyon, man, what
Class.
more can you say?
I mean, he gave me, to be very honest with you, I don't know if anyone thought like this, but he gave me 92 Imran Khan vibes. Those were corner tigers, these are wounded tigers. Injury after injury, to keep so calm and collected. And don't and his like, for me, like, everyone is saying he's so calm, he's relaxed and everything. That is exactly, that's it's key. Like, to have that body language to support your voice, that's key. But he's tactically very astute.
Yeah,
He's very aggressive.
yeah,
Even in the second innings, he was looking for wickets. He was trying to, no matter, India were leaking runs. They could have got Australia all out for maybe 220, 230. The chase could have been 260, 270
yeah,
instead of 320. But he was going for wickets. He wasn't trying to defend or dry up anything. Tactically, he's been unbelievable this series. The calmness, the way he's supporting his players, he's backing everybody. To handle, how many bowlers was it? Four bowlers with the like a cumulative of like 4 test matches
yeah,
before this series, before this game.
yeah,
That just shows leadership. Like, that's where your leadership counts. I don't have enough praise for that guy. He's just been unbelievable. Like I said, tactically, his calm presence, and I think he did well with the players. Communication was key. He communicated well. He let Rohit also come and take charge as well. He go and talk to the bowlers, set the fields as well. Like, it wasn't total control from him. And I think he always made them believe that they could win this. And I think if you should, when I saw this team on paper, I'm like, there's no chance. But the only reason I had hope is because what I saw in Sydney, and
yeah,
that's because of Rahane's captaincy, his fight, and every single player, whoever comes in, they're just contributing. Imagine if I told you that these four bowlers are going to play in the last test in the series decider, you would think I'm joking.
yeah,
And credit to all of them for stepping up. And I think Rahane made it easier for them by taking off the pressure. What did he say in the toss? He said, I just want them to come and enjoy and relax.
yeah,
He didn't say, oh, this is a big game for them. They need to step up. Then if they need to show that, like, they belong to the stage. He didn't say anything like that.
yeah.
He said that they should just come and enjoy. There's no, once you say that, it takes so much pressure off. I can tell, like, if someone tells me that, I'll also feel so calm. So I think that's a major factor. I'm not taking anything away from the individuals who stepped up on debut and who are playing, like, in the bowling attack, but Rahane played a huge role in that.
Yep, I agree 100%. This was some feat for this Indian team. One to remember, and like I said, one for the history books. Coming to the Australians, man, they would be disappointed. And I know you have a lot to say, so let it roll.
This is unacceptable. This is unacceptable. Just flip it around. If India was there with like a full strength team with Virat Kohli, Shami, everyone there, and Australia didn't have Cummins, Stark, Hazelwood, and Lyon in the test match, and India lost in the Firozshah Kotla, right? Firozshah
Yeah,
Kotla is
yeah,
our Gabba, right?
yeah,
What would happen?
yeah. It
This
would have
is
been it would have been
unacceptable,
heartless.
man. This is unacceptable. You have the best bowling lineup in the world. There's no doubt. Like, I'm not doubting that. Yes, as a joke, I say that Sundar is better than Lyon and everything. But this is a proper bowling lineup. I think tactically they were poor. They bowled like 100 short balls when there's a crack in the middle of the pitch.
Yeah,
Mohammad Siraj was getting the ball to deviate like this. This is his third test match.
yeah,
And you're telling me Cummins and Hazelwood can't hit that crack?
yeah.
This is strategy. Tim Payne, his captaincy appalling. Uh, for me, I've said this also. He's winning the toss and batting first, and he's expecting the pitch to do everything. You need to be tactically aware. Keeping was poor. He's had a poor series.
Yeah,
I don't know what's going to happen, if they're going to sack him or not. But this series has been very. If I can just talk about the series, it's been very poor. Like with the gloves, that stumping he missed. You need to get those stumpings. What he did in Sydney, the drop catches. I have no problem with the sledging. Yes, it's fun to now say, oh, how did you say that and everything like that. Let him talk, but you need to back it up if you're going to talk, right? That's what
absolutely.
Australian teams do.
Yeah,
And people were comparing this bowling lineup to McGrath. Well, it's not there. McGrath won. Gillespie wouldn't let this happen.
no,
They would never have let this happen. So, and I will criticize the bowlers as well, because they one thing. Lion, yes, it's his 100 Test match. He's close to 400, but this is a poor series for his standards.
yeah,
He should have picked up more wickets. He should have pressured more. Put more pressure in Sydney when there was getting assistance. He did not make the breakthroughs when needed. He
yeah,
probably got a few wickets here and there, but he wasn't consistent enough. I think Cummins was great, but but in the end, you still need to get that killer thing, right? Finish off the tail or finish off. They didn't do that. Everyone criticized. I criticized India for not finishing off the tail.
yeah.
This was crazy. 100 runs partnership between Thakur and thing. That's a lot to do with the bowling and the captaincy. I think the field placements as well were they were questionable from Australia. They're batting the middle order, apart from Smith and Labuschagne. There's a huge problem over there. And this is a full strength. They can't say there was no Warner. They can't say there was no Smith. They can't say anything right now,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
So I think they need to go back to the drawing board. And the reason why I'm being so critical, I wouldn't have been this critical if this was a full strength Indian team. But you're playing at home. There's a World Test Championship on the line. You expect way, 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 way more. And both tests Australia should have won at the Gabba and Sydney. Mistakes in the field, mistakes in captaincy, and mistakes with the bat cost them this series. And even at the bat, if Labuschagne catch got caught when he was on 30, when Rahane was thinking, what would have happened? They probably would have got all out for 250. Maybe in hindsight, they could have got 300-400, but 250. This was a 400 track.
Yeah.
The crack came into play on day 4.
Yeah.
Right. So this was a 400 track. So I think that's first of all, that's where they lost the game. As soon as you saw the toss, he said, "Yeah, there's a crack down the middle. I think we'll bat first. It's going to be difficult." In Sydney, he said that, "Yeah, we're going to bat first, and Gary will come and handle it." He's just expecting things to happen, but you need to be in the game and you need to work around. If something's not working for you, you still have quality bowlers. So change it around, be more attacking. I think in Sydney, especially, he could have crowded the field because they weren't going for the win. Here, I understand they spread the field a bit because the win was on the cards for India. But yeah, I think at the end of the day, this has not been a good Australian performance, especially at home.
Yep, I agree 100%. A lot to ponder for Australia. Time to enjoy for Indian cricket. I mean, they have a series against England coming up, not too far away from here, and looking
Is this
forward
the
to that
greatest
as well.
series you've seen?
Absolutely, absolutely. There's no doubt about that. With the kind of circumstances and the backs against the wall, with the kind of performance that they've come up with, I mean, there's nothing close.
Yeah, for me, like even in matches, the greatest match I saw was the Kolkata match, the
Yeah.
Eden Gardens. It was
Yeah.
on my birthday as well that year,
Yeah.
so I remember that match.
Of course, yeah.
But this was away from home, and you didn't have your team.
Circumstances. At the time, you
Yeah,
had Lakshman and Rahul Dravid, who are arguably the best batsmen in the world, in a spinning track or whatever at Kolkata.
yeah.
This was against all odds. That's the
And
difference.
like yes, that one they were follow on, which like I don't want to compare it, but here you're away from home as well, and you're chasing on
Yeah.
a
On a
pitch
day
with a
five
crack,
track. Yeah.
a crack in the middle of it. And don't get me wrong, this is not an easy pitch to bat on,
Oh,
man. This is no
absolutely.
way.
Yeah.
So you saw the deviation Siraj was getting, and all these Indian bowlers were getting. I think that too. Like if India can get Australia all out with the second string, why can't Australia do that? Like on a day 5 pitch.
With their best bowling attack.
Yeah, why? Why? What's the problem?
It's a gaping hole. It's
You
got
can
to
say,
be tactical issues.
yeah, because you can't tell me, oh, Australia were trying to put the score, so they were accelerating. India were accelerating as well in the last 10
Absolutely.
overs.
Absolutely. It's something that they need to really think about. The tactical issues that there is something wrong with that team, and they need to figure it out quickly. Otherwise, this could become a very big issue for them, because this is their best attack, so to say. So we'll see how that goes for them. Lots to ponder for them, like I said. But hats off to this Indian cricket team. Looking forward to the test now in India, which is our home ground, and
Yeah.
expecting some big things from them again now.
Yeah, no, 100%. Now everybody's eyes will be on Test cricket. Test cricket is the best format. I've always said
Absolutely.
that. I've always believed it, and I have always enjoyed it. And it showed. Like if you look at even any other sport, like the amount of 8 hours of cricket in one day, intense. Like so much
Absolutely.
concentration required. I kept counting down the clock, man. I'm like, oh my god, there's still another 2 hours. They need to survive. Then every hour was going slow. It was like and it was very gripping. With the bat, with the ball. I mean, Australia did fight. Like I criticized them, and rightly so. They should have won this series, but they did fight. So it wasn't easy for India either. So I think the contest between bat and ball going till the end, even in the end, when they needed 3 runs, they lost wickets. So it was just unbelievable. And I think this is probably the best advertisement for Test cricket, especially in these times. In COVID times, to see a match like that is very heartening, and to be on the winning side of it is even better. Like if you're a fan.
Absolutely. I mean, you kind of hit the nail in the coffin. This is the way in these unprecedented times to get this kind of entertainment is lucky for us. We were able to actually witness this, and we're able to stay up late and get screwed over at work the next day. But who cares? this is this is about history,
It's once
So
in a lifetime. It's once in
yeah,
a lifetime.
yeah.
This will be
So
remembered forever.
absolutely, absolutely. Looking forward to the test matches now against England. Any last thoughts?
Oh man, I just enjoy. There's gonna be more. There's gonna be a lot of debate going into that series and everything like that. But right now, I think all the Indian fans should just enjoy. Even like neutral fans, it's been an amazing Test series. Go back, watch the highlights, watch the interviews, just relax and enjoy. And then hopefully the India England series can be heated up as well. And I think credit to both teams. The being despite being in the bio bubble, they produced high quality cricket. There was a lot of talk going on, and the sledging, I enjoyed it. It was high intense, high quality cricket, and hoping to see the same against England as well back home in India.
Yep, a pat on the back just before we lock it out for the day. Nice. With that being said, take care. We will catch you for the India England series.
Yeah, for sure. Take care, man, and
Thank you.
have a good night and celebrate.
Yep, you too.
Thank you.